Dude, you brought something pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned that we might have done something similar on, but it's a store pick,
We've
and I
done
picked it up. Yeah.
Maker's Mark. We've done different ones. I don't know if we did one. We may have even done a store pick at some point. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe we didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, 250 something.
It's
tough too.
But regardless, this is a different store pick. This is one I've never done before, so it's still a new bourbon. So.
Okay, I got this from Kelly's Liquor over at the ShopRite in Belleville.
Is she hot?
And I think it's a him. I don't know. But I was talking with the owner for a while. I picked this up on New Year's Eve.
All right.
I stopped in there, and he had a lot of store picks, and he's got a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
A lot of bourbon. He told me he's a huge bourbon guy. He goes to Kentucky all the time to pick these private barrels. He does it himself.
He does it like legit. He does it like a lot of these stores, they just get it mailed to them, the samples, and they'll mail like 3 samples or 4 samples, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they're like, tell us one you like, and we'll do a,
So this is the 3rd volume that was barreled over in September of 2023.
Yeah.
I went for the 2nd volume.
All right.
And I wound up getting talked into the 3rd volume.
Wonder why.
The 2nd volume, the master, or one of the distillers there was a lady. She was retiring, and he let her pick the barrel proof because she was retiring. I get somebody he knew there.
Okay.
So he didn't pick it himself.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it was 3rd on his list.
So he wanted to give you something that he wanted to he was being transparent with you. So that's nice.
And he actually wanted me to get the volume 1, which was a chocolate honeycomb. And I told him I wasn't huge on the honey, but this chocolate hot fudge sounded, more up my alley. And he goes, I wouldn't steer you wrong. He's like, it's a good one.
I'm smiling right now because our last episode we had noted that the Willet Purple Top, that 4-year, and we mentioned Fudge and John goes, I never used fudge in bourbon.
Yeah.
I never said fudge in bourbon. What does he bring? The next episode, something that is called
Hot Fudge.
Hot Fudge. That's too funny.
But I'm going to be honest. I'll have you figure it out.
We'll give our notes.
So this is, the alcohol is 55.05 coming in at 110.1.
Okay. That's a nice proof.
Maybe you can explain a little bit more of the stave profile. Okay. So the baked American pure is at a 0.
Okay.
The seared French cuvee is a 1.
Okay.
The Maker's Mark 46 is a 0.
Okay.
The roasted French Mendiant
All right.
is a 6. And the toasted French spice is a 3. Now, I looked at all 3 picks, and they all had all different numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure what that is. Maybe I should have looked it up. I figured
you probably should have. Let me see. The only thing is that I could think of is either A, they put it in those type of barrels, for whatever amount of time. Okay, there we go. And so the bottom, it does say Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Barrel finished with 10 selected oak staves. Okay, so that's exactly what it is then. It's finished in those 10 staves. So it looks like because that number, what does 1, 6, and 3 add up to be? 10.
Right.
So that would make sense. Seared French Cuvée would be one of those. And then 6 roasted French Mendiant. That would be that amount of stave, I guess, whatever, on that too.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I'm really getting it now. It's actual legit staves, not barrels. That's where in my head I'm thinking barrels.
Okay, so the staves.
This is a stave.
Right, that's the individual wood piece.
Yes.
In the barrel.
So they're adding that stave to the mix there.
Okay.
So they're taking that actual 1 seared French Cuvée stave, adding it to the liquid.
Understood.
And then we're going to add 6 of these staves, throw them into the mix, into the pool, and 3 of that. So that's where we're going with that.
Okay.
Different. Yeah, which is pretty cool. That's not a first time I've seen that where, the staves. We're so accustomed and used to something being barrel finished.
Yes.
That, so that's what it is. Yeah. Sorry, people. But, he threw me into the fire with that one.
Is the age on there?
I don't see it in the back.
Yeah, I didn't see an age. Actually, no. It was barreled in 2023, yeah, but I don't know when it was bottled in 2023.
Yes, that's
I
when
don't
it was
know when it was
bottled.
barreled.
Yeah, I don't see I don't see an age statement on that necessarily.
Okay.
Just a quick backstory on that. Maker's Mark created a wood finishing series to explore unique expressions of our signature Maker's Mark bourbon. Originally crafted by, I don't care about your grandparents. Our private selection program allows for our loyal fans to customize their own barrel. Okay, with 10 hand-selected oak staves. So they basically say you get 10 to choose.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Okay.
And then I guess like the guy, he's like, okay, let's try that out. This tastes like this to me. I'm gonna call this one Hot Fudge. So
Got it.
There we go. I think we got this down now.
Yeah, I always keep that.
I can tell. All right. There we go. Do you mind that I'm pouring?
No, please do. That's a big pour.
Sorry. I'll make sure I pour mine big too, just in case.
Extra big. Extra big.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, you know what it was? During Christmas time, my dad was in that shop, right? And he walked by, and the guy asked if he wanted a sample, and he's like, no, I don't drink bourbon. He goes, but my son does.
Yeah.
And he sent me a picture, and I brushed it off, and then I went back and I looked, and I was like intrigued. And I was like, you know what? I remember somebody else telling me that they had a big selection in there.
Yeah.
So I went back on New Year's Eve, and it was mobbed. And I went in the bourbon aisle, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then the guy came up to me, and he started talking to me. And I was in there for like a half hour just talking and talking and talking. And he's got a lot of high-end stuff. I think he's a little pricey.
Yeah.
But everything from your Elmer T. Lee to your Pappy's.
Is that the photo you sent me?
Yeah. Of the glass case.
His high-end stuff was a little high. Yeah.
Not by much, by $10, $20 here, but
you got to really be on top of it though when it comes to bourbon. You don't want to be higher than what the secondary is online because people could just get it online. So.
But he also told me that he negotiates, and he goes, the more people buy, especially the store picks, he's like, I'll work with you. He's like, I'll put together packages.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll work with you with whatever.
Cool.
He had a lot of Wellers behind the counter, a lot of Wellers.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was a cool spot.
All right. Well, let's see what we think, man. Thanks for bringing it. All right. Initially, I'm getting oak, man.
Yeah. Caramel.
A little caramel. I'm getting okay. I got it. I'm getting that last sip. I was trying to look for it, maybe because of the name of it, but I got that fudgy nutty.
Did you?
I got nutty fudge. I'll put nutty fudge because I think it's more nutty than fudgy. But
see, I'm getting more of a syrup, like a chocolate syrup, more like a Hershey's chocolate.
Okay.
Syrup. I'm not getting like a thick fudgy smell.
You gotta get it. It's like at the end of that sniff. Right at the end is where I got it. And when I'm backing away from the glass, I get the fudge.
I do get the nutty.
Yeah. Oak, caramel, nutty, fudge. Okay. Desserty, sounds like. But I'm not getting like bakery notes necessarily either.
No.
But it's woody almost. And I think that's the oak. And
yeah.
I'm just going to leave that at that.
Okay.
So. All right, let's try it out. Cheers. Okay. The same reaction.
Been doing this for too long.
I don't know if it's because it's called that, but I'm going to say fudge, man. I'm getting a nice Kentucky hug on that, too, though.
Yeah. So when I originally cracked this, I wasn't getting the hot fudge.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little bit now.
It's opened up a little, probably.
Yeah. I'm getting like hot fudge sundae.
Okay.
With the nuts on top.
Okay.
That vanilla ice cream.
Okay. It's got some sweet notes to it.
It's got some sweet notes. I'm getting that hug, though. It does linger a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I definitely like it better now than I did when I first opened it. When I first opened it, I was like, man, I'm a little disappointed.
sometimes that's just the way it works. Like, that's why we say sometimes with that fresh crack, that first pour, sometimes you're gonna get a different profile than if.
And I will be honest with you. The night I cracked it, my wife got in my head.
All right.
I went to go open it, and she goes, "You're opening it already?"
Yeah.
And it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
That's the same day I bought it, and I was like, maybe you're right. Maybe I should let it sit.
Yeah.
And I put it on the shelf, and I had a couple more.
Yeah.
And then I go, what the hell did you say that for? I was like, what did I go out and buy it for? And she's like, I was just joking. I was like, yeah, but you got in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, so I opened it, and I was already a couple in, so maybe that has something to do with it too. Maybe I should have let it breathe for a while.
Yeah.
Instead, I cracked it and poured it and drank it. But I definitely like it better now than I did the first night I had it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm wondering now with his first one that he tried to give me, that chocolate honey. I don't know. The grains were definitely different on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's. What do you think of the color? I think it's about a
medium dark.
medium. I think it's right on that medium. I mean, not the legs aren't really. Actually, you know what? Right there, I did get a little there. So, yeah.
So the one I went there for, if you want to look, it's called Bourbon something J-Lo. See how the numbers are different there? Yeah,
Bourbon J-Lo's 420 edition. Interesting. But yes, a baked American pure, two on the French Cuvée.
Yeah, there's no zeros in there.
Yeah, they basically said, let's go to town with this one here. Proof is slightly lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are you gonna buy that one now?
No.
I'm sure it'll be there.
He had a lot.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be there in the future. If you run out of this one, maybe you want to.
He didn't have many of the Volume 1 left, which is I think why he was trying to get me to buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm okay with this one.
Yeah.
And then Maker's Mark. It's funny because I was watching YouTube videos of distillery tours, and Maker's Mark looks like a beautiful place, man.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be on the list for our next
time.
trip. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a good spot. Good tour.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So what is your overall? What do you think?
I would like to see a little bit more on that finish.
Yeah.
I feel like it's lacking a little.
Yeah.
I'm only getting kind of oak notes on that finish.
Mm-hmm.
Which to me that really defines that distinguishes a what's the word? To me, more of a prestige kind of, a higher end. I don't like to use a higher end. I hate using that because it's not. Doesn't mean it's higher end necessarily. It just means. I just think for me it identifies a better bourbon in my book.
Okay.
When it has that finish that it just kind of lingers and you just want more and you're just kind of oh man, I'm getting that taste. It's hanging out with me right now, and I just think that things that linger, for me,
I agree.
Yeah, they typically are better in my book. I'm gonna give this, and it's not gonna be a bad rating necessarily, but I'm gonna give it a 3.65.
I had this same exact in my head.
Same
exact, no joke, no.
Come on,
BS.
we gotta argue once in a while, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed. I'll drink it all day. But I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah.
The price, it was $70.
Yeah.
It's probably the going rate for a store pick, Maker's Mark private
All right.
selection.
That's about the going rate. Yeah. I find that with these picks, when I go to a lot of stores and they have their Maker's picks and things like that, they often will do a two deal with it. They'll pair it up with a high end bottle or another bottle. I remember picking up a straight from the barrel Blanton's
Right.
somewhere and say it was who knows, say it was $2 $250 or something, or $275 for this in the Blanton straight from the barrel. And I'm like, well, that's not too bad. I get 2 bourbons out of it, or something. And I'm like, that's
right
for that particular.
So they're trying to get rid of them and throwing it in with something good.
I think sometimes that's the case. Sometimes, and sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this actually was pretty good, And I think the problem is, it's for when people think makers. A lot of times, like you're not. Your Joe Schmo buying a bourbon at the store drinker, and they've got makers. They have it in their head that this makers. It's a, I could mix that with stuff. It's cocktail stuff.
$30 bottle, makers mark,
and it's hard. And it doesn't mean it's bad bourbon. It's just harder to push a makers when it's price tag at 70 or something along those lines.
Right.
Unless you start getting into like your cellar aged ones, which which are definitely higher end too. So. But yeah, overall, I think it's I think it's a fair score. I think it's a fair score, and this is out of 5. People, just so you know, it's always out of 5, not out of 10. So if it was out of 10, that would look pretty bad.
Yeah.
So but that's out of 5 ranking there. But yeah, thanks for bringing it, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers to you. Peace.